Well, good afternoon and welcome to the preview for Sha Tin. As you're probably well aware, there was a big jackpot on the TT, 40 million odd up for grabs, plus about 8 or 10 million in the six up. Unfortunately, we have three unraced in one of the legs, and that virtually, well, not virtually, it does knock us out of participating in either, which is a little bit disappointing on face value. Although, having said that, looking at the fields, it would have been an interesting exercise to see how we might have attacked this, because they look extremely difficult. Not that they're easy at any stage, but these look even worse with the quality that they've served up. So at this stage, we're going to be at the races tomorrow, riding a couple of $50 shots home to try and knock everybody out and hopefully go to a massive jackpot the following Sunday. We go to race 1, class 5. Nan and Ming been working well. I mean, sooner or later this is going to bring its track work to race day. It's probably on its last legs, this horse, as far as getting retired if it doesn't fire shortly. It's waited to do something here. It's drawn to do something. We'll give it one more chance. Time winner ran well last start. It's given it 5 weeks off. Archer's Bow, PJ Hall, Mr. Award. We've seen all these many, many times. None of them are any good and are not going anywhere. So just missed here. Barrier 2. If it jumps, it's got some hope. I've got 10 on top from 8, 7, 5, 9, 3. Not a race I have any liking for whatsoever. We go to race 2. Smallish field. Thanksgiving. It's weighted well in a race of this sort. 5 of these have got no hope, so we're basically down to a 5-horse field. It's a fairly ordinary race. Malayan Pearl, Oxford Charlie, Thanksgiving, and China Delight, they look the best. 4 chances. Happy Centenary, if it was to put its best foot forward, would certainly be in the finish here. The rest I can't see them featuring. 7 on top from 1, 3, 5 and 4. Race 3 is unraced, so we've got no interest there whatsoever. We go to race 4. Smart Guy. It's been working well. Gallop that it produced the other morning would win anything. If he can produce that here, it's probably going to win. His last run was his best for a while. He's drawn reasonably well. 3 at the distance, 11 at, that's the problem is, 8 at the distance for 1 placing is a bit of a concern, of course. But this is a very weak race, class 5. This is a bit as weak as it's going to get for it. It's got to go in with a chance. Power Blitz, big run last start. From a better barrier, shouldn't have to go quite as far back. It's got to go in. Winning Advantage, Tommy Berry goes on. It's got a chance in a race like this. Its track work has been really good. Its track work is as good as Smart Guy. So they ran virtually they ran virtually the same sort of time at track work, and they broke 22, and the class 5 horses don't generally break 22. Life of Beauty's trialled well, so it's got to go in. And Burgundy Mac, it's probably got to be included, although it's a very hard horse to catch. Very tough race for the opening leg. When I went through them, I actually probably only penned 2 or 3, so there's probably 10 chances in the race. It's an awful race. I've got 9 on top from 6, 5. Chances to 11, 3, 7, 2, 1 and 4. We go to race 5. Again, a really tough race. I penned 3 out of this one only and left the rest in. It was very, very tough. I think I've got it rated at 4 or 5 to 1 the field. Lucky Warrior, if it was to put its best foot forward, I suppose it could win again. Vara Pearl, it's been unlucky 2 of its runs, but it's a horse that's going to do that all the time because it's a back marker. So from barrier 1, I don't know whether that's any great advantage. I don't know how he's going to ride it from there. If he tries to ride it forward, that's against his normal racing pattern. That could produce problems. It's probably going to be the favourite. For me, it's a weak favourite, but this is a weak race. Oscar Miracle, It's trialled well. Barrier 12, no favours. Fay Deep, it's drawn wide again. Sat wide last time. It was a fair run. Capital K's improved. Circuit Fortune's improved from the track work. Good Fit's come on for the 2 runs. Its track work indicates it's improved. So, as you can see, this is a very, very tough race. I've got 4 on top from 7 and 3. Chances to 10, 13, 9, 6, 8 and 1. Race 6, they served up 3 unraced here. Funnily enough, 2 of the unraced ones have had a massive amount of trials. One's had about a dozen trials, so I would think there's a big spruik for it in town today. A thing called Splendid Days, one of sizes. 10 trials or 12 trials he's given this thing, which is unusual, but I would expect this will probably start favourite. There's too many people yapping about it. I mean, it's not a race we can do anything about. There's 3 unraced. There's another 3 or 4 that have had 1 or 2 starts. I mean, this is a dangerous race at the best of times. So we're not involved. As I say, all we're going to do is hope that comes a couple of massive ones in the first couple of legs, knock everybody out, and we'll line up the following week chasing 70 million. We go to race 7, small field, not many chances here. Graceful Kingdom beat them really easy last start. Not hard to see her taking the step up here with the 53.5. Gallant Triumph, why not? They look the next best too. Of the rest, probably Redwood Baby's got to be included, and also, excuse me, What You Dream must be included somewhere. Not a race I like, not a lot of depth there. 8, 1, 3, chances to 5 and 4. We go to race 8, again a race with not a lot of depth in it. Generous Bobo, its track work's been really good. It's improved. He's given it 6 weeks off. Barrier 13, no favours, but Teaton's riding really well this season. I think it's going to be hard to beat. Windfall Patrol, it's come on from the first up run. Looks the leader from Barrier 2. There's not a lot of speed here, so I think it might get a soft one. If that happens, it might be hard to run down. Adole and Lucky Day look best of the rest. Not a lot of chances, I don't think, in this race. 13 on top from 5, 10 and 9. We go to race 9. Furio beat them easy last time, even though it got sort of hung badly in the straight and ran out. It did win easy anyway. Berlini's trial, terrific. Don't like the jock much, but the horse is going really well. Glorious Rider, it's working well. It's improved. They look the main 3 winning chances in this race. There's not a lot of depth here. Next best behind them is probably Ka Ying Kid. I think this has got a chance at a price. It's got to go in. They look the main 4 chances for me in this race. I don't think there's anything else that can win the race. 8 on top, 13, 11, 9. On a place line, maybe 12, 1 and 14. 7 maybe could include it. Barrier's not going to do it any favours. In the last race, I didn't think there were many chances here either. This is a quartet race, but I can't see any value here. I think number 4, Kaya, number 2, Travel Brother, and the 10, Packing Lareb, I think one of those 3 wins. Not a total surprise to see him run 1, 2, even 1, 2, 3. Not a lot of depth behind these 3. Enthusiasm, Cabayan, and probably Ho in 1 look the only other ones that could probably run anywhere. So there's just not a lot of depth here. There's not much value. It's a shame that they've served up that race. Would have been nice if they could have found another one. The last 4 on top from 2 and 10. Place chances to 9, 8 and 1. At this stage, looking at what they've served up and the 2 quartet races, they look complete passes. We'll have a look at the DTs, but again, I think we're ruled out virtually everything. Race 3, 4 DTs out with unraced. Race 6, 7 DTs ruled out unraced. It only leaves us race 9 and 10 and 2 races where they just lack a lot of depth. So could be a complete pass day, sitting there and hoping for a disaster for everybody else to let us back into the hunt the following week. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you all had a little bit of joy on the Saturday. We managed to catch one in the last at Sandown at 14 or 15 to 1. Hopefully you've had something on it for yourselves. Other than that, it was a fairly sort of ordinary sort of day all round. There were some nice price winners out of the track work and the trials that have won. So for those that follow race ratings, I hope you had some joy. Good luck. Next week we go to Happy Valley for the last meeting at Happy Valley for this season. They switched to the all-dirt racing midweek at Sha Tin, which I'm happy to be lining up there. And we close out with about a dozen meetings to go. So good luck to everybody for the remainder of the season, and thanks for tuning in. Let's hope that a couple of massive price ones win tomorrow and we can line up next week chasing, as I say, somewhere between 60 and 70 million. Thanks, boys.